We're marijuana consumers. Instead of being treated like criminals for using a substance safer than alcohol, we want to pay our fair share. Taxes from California's marijuana industry could pay the salaries of 20,000 teachers.
Sounds reasonable. That was part of a TV ad paid for by the Marijuana Policy Project. The group wants to legalize pot in California and tax it and help get the state through its enormous debt and deficit. Good idea or up in smoke? Let's debate it now with two fine people. Dan Bernath is with the Marijuana Policy Project, and John Lovell is a representative. He represents California's Peace Officers Association. All right, Dan, how do you feel about this?
Well, obviously, marijuana prohibition has failed. It's been failing for 70 years, and I think that more and more people are understanding that. We're throwing away money on this problem, and we're giving the profits to drug cartels, and they're not even being taxed. I think that's the important thing.
Dan, how much money do you think you can make by taxing pot and legalizing it?
They should make about $1.3 billion in California each year if they end marijuana prohibition and tax and regulate it like alcohol.
What do you think, John? You could use $1 billion in California, don't you think?
Yes, except that's illusory. The way the law is worded, the tax would be a $50 per ounce surcharge at so-called legal marijuana outlets. So, Brian, you'll go to a store, you'll pay street price plus $50. You'll do that once, and then you'll find out, well, gee, I can go to John Lovell, the dope dealer down the street, and he'll only charge me street. So people will not be buying from the lawful markets. Instead, it's just going to drive the black market, and you won't have the revenues that you expect. And the larger question is, look, we have enough social problems already created by alcohol, by illicit use of pharmaceuticals, and by tobacco, which, like marijuana, is carcinogenic. Why do we want to add yet another product to the array of products that harm people?
But Dan, that's the point. If we have alcohol, right, why not just legalize pot? If we've accepted that, why not this?
Yeah, we already have marijuana on the market. It's unregulated. We don't know how to deal with it. We've been through this before with alcohol prohibition, and in fact, we saw that liquor went up 700% under prohibition. So I'm not really sure that we're going to see a problem with prices. But the fact is, we have a reality with marijuana, and we're not dealing with responsibility. We are trying to ignore it.
And John, isn't it true that a lot of these states have these lotteries, which feeds a gambling? It's an unsavory action of gambling who could lead to addiction, but we're still offering lotteries in states.
Well, and again, that's a very good question. That's a very good point, because in fact, just like marijuana, the lotteries have not raised the monies that the states were hoping for, and have created corresponding social problems. You will have the same thing if you make marijuana available to anyone at any time. The social problems created by the drug will far exceed any speculative revenues that are raised.
All right, Dan and John, that ought to be the final thoughts. Thanks so much for the debate. I know Arnold Schwarzenegger wants to close the budget, and so far, even though he's caught on camera smoking pot, he says, I am not for legalizing it in my state, so they'll keep working on their reality show. Thanks, guys.